Astralis versus EnVy, and it's fucking paused, man. Okay, so pistol round. Looks like it's a straight up B rush from EnVy, and there's a Hull's peek from Astralis. Just gonna get info here and down the ramp. Kerrigan's gonna play with a nade ready for a B rush. Zipnex is just going to jump spot. You can notice that right here, 4 of the CTs have armor, and Kerrigan's got the kit and the nade. Straight up B rush coming in from EnVy, so it's going to be interesting to see how these two are able to hold the site, and also look out for how Device rotates and where he rotates to. So Zipnex sees them all coming, Ray goes off from Kerrigan, and to the market comes Device. So actually a really good job of Zipnex staying alive, because it allowed Device to get to the bomb site and get a kill, and Kerrigan also got a... Kerrigan didn't get a kill, but Zipnex got 2 kills. But they stayed alive for so long that Device was able to rotate there, but also we saw Dupree able to get there pretty quickly as well, and start getting into an area to start fucking shooting at people. I don't think... Actually, he didn't even get an assist. It was all just Device and Zipnex. But it's the staying alive that's really important in those situations. We are going to see pistol and armor coming from EnVy. And a hulls push from Astralis. I don't know if like pushing hulls here is necessary. Let's see what they did behind it. So when they pushed hulls here, let's actually go back to the beginning of the round and take a look at that, because I think it could work. So we have to look at not just the hulls push, but also what happens around the hulls push. So off the start of the round, Device comes to middle, peeks middle, and sees that there's nothing there. Instantly he rotates back to CT spawn. So if his teammates over here encounter a lot of dudes over here, then this guy is able to watch the ramp just to see if it is an A push coming out from both these ends here. So this push is made a little bit safer by Device early rotating around to here, but it leaves B really exposed for like a rush. So I want to see what these guys at B do to make sure that they don't get rushed at the same time, because they pushed into the hulls, they got the kill, they're falling back. But if there was a B rush, so Kerrigan's sitting here with the Molotov ready, and there's a smoke thrown into the hulls, a perfect smoke from over here. Okay, so that makes a little bit of sense. Now the only thing that's open then is if the enemies were to do like a connector to A split or a mid, if they just waited a few seconds for smoke and then run connector to A. I think either of those things could have screwed Astralis over, but the idea behind the push that Astralis did was push into hulls, clear it, get a kill, but get info as well. If they do come up ramp, then they had Device here watching for that as well. So it's a bit of a... When you're against an eco and you know that your opponent's on eco, it's a bit riskier to do a push like that. It did pay off because they did it in like a safer way, and they got a lot of information from EnVy, so I think that was acceptable what they did. But it looks like EnVy's all scattered out, like 1-1-1-1, and they have pistols and deagles, and it looks like they're just getting absolutely annihilated because of that. So you don't want to just like have people just go 1-1-1-1, just like looking for picks everywhere across the map, because it's very hard to get picks if the CTs are playing it properly and safe and doing crossfires. It's very difficult to get the picks and to get any sort of map control. So right now it's a 4 versus 2 on EnVy's force buy, and EnVy's not going to be able to make anything happen off of this. It's just a wasted buy at this point, and it just cripples them for the gun rounds. So that initial push from Astralis into the hulls it's pretty strong. They got the info, they got the kill, they reset into a passive setup as soon as they got that kill, and they were set up at B. So what you have to notice is when they do this push, first they had Device over at mid to spot to see if there's a mid rush, and while he left early to go CT spawn where they would stack towards A, they push A, they want to stack towards A. They don't want to have 2 people push A and then have the other 3 people at B. That doesn't make sense. But beyond that, Kerrigan didn't push off Cat to do anything at Cat. He stayed around B with a Molotov ready, so if the terrorists did rush B, he'd just molly this area down, and then him and Zipix would do a nice crossfire on B. So they anticipated, look, our teammates are nowhere near us. If they push A and the enemy comes B, our teammates are nowhere near us. Astralis did a really good play by keeping 2 people B, waiting and anticipating a B rush. So let's scan through this round. It's probably going to be a wash because EnVy's just got pistols. So we'll just scan through this completely. EnVy doesn't even have nades, so they're just going to get annihilated here. There's nothing that is going to happen that's super exciting or anything. I mean, they got a kill. Maybe they get another one on someone who overextends. But that round's over. And one of the things to point out right now is the money from EnVy. None of them have enough money for an op because they force bought in the second round and they didn't get any bomb plants. So that's not going to allow them to have an op here. So they're just going to have to go with just a full rifle buy and setup. Okay. So first gun round, Zipix and Kerrigan are going to stop a B rush. I'd imagine Devices coming over to Connector from A with his op. And this is a good way to come to hold middle from for 2 reasons. One, if you're spawned towards A, as you're running towards Connector, you can take a peek down the ramp and shoot anyone if there's a fast attack from the terrorists. And 2, a common strategy is to smoke this area off at top middle from T-spawn. So if Device comes over here, there's an angle that you can take to this position here where you can get a kill, but also you can just post up here for underground at the same time. So we're just going to see him just come in and take control of middle. It looks like it's a standard setup from the CTs. We're playing one close to A ramp, one's at tri-box, one's just spotting for a B push, and then Kerrigan's helping at middle. So it's just really standard setup here. We see Happy lurking over in A apartments from EnVy. 2 people are going to take middle control, and 2 people are coming underground to take middle. So EnVy is converging on middle, 2 from the top and 2 from underground. They're going to take middle control. Happy's just going to sit here, wait for someone to push in, and then when kills start happening, so when one of either Cajun B or Dupree start rotating over to middle to help their teammates control middle, Happy's going to come out and take a duel on the one guy that's in the A bomb site, and just take that 1 versus 1. Because if he gets that 1 versus 1 and he wins that exchange, then he wins the A bomb site for his team. So it's a really good exchange. And that all relies on one of the A players rotating to middle off of these guys making enough pressure. So these guys are moving up. They're going to smoke off the window. That's a one-way smoke. That Device just threw right here in front of Apex. So what this allows Device to do is look over the smoke grenade. First of all, maybe he can get a pick off, but secondly, it allows him to escape without the underground person being able to punish him for being so aggressive. So just gonna sit here. Finally, he moves off. Nade under a window. Molly as well. Is gonna get out of there. Okay, so right here, Astralis just said, "Fuck it. We're not even gonna fight or contest mid. We're just gonna give it up." Oh, and at the same time, Dupree actually pushed through the ramp. So now he has full ramp control, but he doesn't know if anyone's in Palace or not. They haven't cleared this. So Cajun B can't really leave this area. He needs to stay here and watching Palace the entire time. And I'd imagine Dupree just pushes through and does a big flank. So we'll see this in just a second here. This is the next play. And while this is happening from Astralis, these guys shouldn't be really doing much at all. They should just be holding for if the enemies start doing pushes into these positions here. That's it. They shouldn't be fighting at middle anymore at this point because Dupree's got a flank on, and all he has to do is just wait for his teammates just need to stay alive for this to work. So Cajun B is still watching hulls. Kerrigan's just holding for ladder room. He's not really contesting anything. He's just holding this passively. So he gets that kill. Just well done. Zipix actually left upper B to come support Kerrigan, which leaves B a little bit exposed. And this is the opening that EnVy sees. That's why EnVy's taking it. Happy's falling back. He's giving this up completely. And Dupree's flanking middle. So Dupree's not really going to see anyone. Maybe this guy in connector. That's about it. It's all in Zipix to hold this bomb site right now because he's the only one even remotely close to B at the moment. And if he dies, EnVy can sneak out around. So this is a horrible situation for Astralis to be in. I don't know the reason why Xyp9x left B. He knew, okay, we've cleared A ramp. This shit's clear. We have someone big flanking to either big flank middle or big flank B. At this situation, at this point in time, we have KJB watching halls. There's no one that can lurk out halls. If there is, it's one, maybe two people most. So all Xyp9x has to do is stay here, spotting B. I think what happened was, because Kerrigan got the kill on someone pushing Cat, I think maybe they might have said it's a B split. They're going to try to come up Cat and upper B at the same time. But in that situation, unlike Dust 2, you don't really want to like double up Cat, double up B. Whereas like on Dust 2, if there's a mid B push coming, you don't want to have like one guy watching tunnels, one guy watching doors. You want to like double up site or double up push out the site and just like isolate middle or isolate tunnels. In this situation, because Xyp9x left his spot to come Cat and help Kerrigan, he actually gave up the bomb site control. That's allowing two EnVy guys to get into the bomb site, maybe get a bomb plant. Happy's going to have like a really super late flank up Cat, or he's just going to be super late into B halls. And Apex is in a situation where he's probably going to just die. Unless he gets underground. Oh, he got underground safely, so Dupree was a little bit late. So this is a terrible round to come in from Astralis, just because of Xyp9x leaving the bomb site too prematurely. And there's no reason for him to leave the bomb site, because Dupree was doing that flank off. Okay, so Happy actually came up A ramp and got the kill here. So that's a pretty big flank kill, and now he's going to be able to flank through kitchen maybe even. I don't know what Astralis can do. Like, they just need to hit nuts shots if they want to come back into this round, but I don't think that's going to happen. So Device is going to go and try to save, but Happy's already got the cutoff. He's just sitting here waiting for Device to come save. So this round sucked for Astralis. No real reason for Xyp9x to rotate off of B when his teammates push through A in that situation. No reason at all. So that must have been either a bad decision or maybe it was bad communication from his team saying like they're doing a certain strat or I need help. Those are the only two things that I could think of. Alright. So Astralis is still able to get a gun buy here and have an op in it. Cajun B, low money, gets a mag 7. I think maybe he even did like a drop. Maybe he dropped the weapon and then dropped the op where he has no armor. That's the only thing that makes sense. He dropped the op to Device. Oh, wait, what? Look, I'm looking at Cajun B, right? Look at this. No armor here, but here it says he has armor. What the fuck? Oh, okay, there it is. There it is. So Device bought himself in the up. He's going to hold upper B. Cajun B. So when you're low on money and you're playing like an aggressive position, it's oftentimes good to get a mag 7 because if you win the round, it can put a lot of money into your bank. Not only do you get the kill, which is $900 per kill, but you play a position where you can get up close and personal. So close under Balk, on Balk, close A ramp are good positions where you can get a kill and then maybe even fall back or pick up an AK and then save that AK into the next round. It's a great weapon if you're low money and the rest of your team has like offs and rifles and shit. But Device is upper B. He's going to get the first pick off. No armor is going to get him killed. EU flash over there. And then there's the push into halls. So, okay. Can I understand why Cajun thought it was a good play? So, two players came to upper B from the terrorists. One kill was made from Device onto the terrorists, so that's a terrorist dead. And then the trade kill came, and then Device died. 4-on-4, you know there's at least one player upper B from the terrorists. You don't really know much else on the rest of the map. You have two players towards B right now, and two players towards A, and no mid control. In what world would it be a good idea to say, you know what? Let's push into Palace and see what's going on here. I'm just trying to figure this out. With a mag as well. I mean, unless the guy's up close here, where you push in and clear this tight, there's no way that you're going to really pull that off. If I push anything in the situation, it might be to the ramp, because you keep it close quarters, and then you just quick peek and jiggle peek this angle. That's it. I don't think it's necessary to push into the halls in that situation at all. 4-on-4, you know at least one enemy is upper B. You don't know where else the enemies could be. They could be middle, they could be A, they could be waiting for a push, they could be setting up smokes, they could all be upper B. You don't know. I think this is an unnecessary risk, and it might cost his team the round. So notice what EnVy's doing off the back of this, though. They have that man advantage. They know that there's an opera at B. They know that Astralis has an op. They have the man advantage. And instead of just rushing into something right away, they're pretty split up still right now. They're still holding for pushes. They're not doing anything crazy. They're just sitting back waiting for something to happen from Astralis and make another mistake. Cajun made the first mistake, so EnVy's just going to sit, wait, and then when they feel the time is right, they're just going to regroup and hit something together. Maybe a 3-1 split, maybe all 4 together, maybe a 2-2 split, but they're going to do something coordinated together. They're not going to send 1-1-1-1 at this situation. There's no reason for that at all. So NBK is actually setting up a mid smoke right here. That's going to go mid window, and then maybe he sneaks. Okay, so they're going to go upper B, and Happy's just going to lurk A. So as soon as Happy's teammates, the EnVy guys, start making contact at B, right here, and Zipex calls like, "Oh shit, it's B." One of these guys, or maybe even both, rotate out, and then Happy's going to be able to shoot them in the back. That's his situation right now. That's why he doesn't really need to overextend. He's just sitting here waiting. Okay, so it looks like he's going to peek out first. So the only reason why I would think that he peeked out first on this, with just under a minute left on the clock, is because he wants Astralis to think, hey, it's actually an A hit, start rotating towards A, and maybe there'll be 2 people here, 1 person here. Maybe that's the thought. But even then, they could wait out the smoke. There's no reason to send him out to die before the smoke clears. But even then, like, you would want to get visual confirmation that there's 2 guys from Astralis in the A bomb site before your teammates go at A. So I think this is 5-10 seconds premature. If he had waited 5-10 seconds so that this smoke clears, so that these guys can come through here, different story altogether. Look, so Kerrigan's just like, okay, well, we killed Happy. Happy's their lurker, and he's just fucking off right away. And now he's fucking off to B. So where there were 2 A and 1 B, now there's 2 B and 1 A, just off the back of Happy's play there. So Happy doesn't need to make the first contact. His teammates, the area with 3, need to make first contact, and Happy can shoot an Astralis member in the back as they're rotating towards B. And then what the fuck is this? You go from 4 versus 3 EnVy into a 2 versus 3 because Happy goes prematurely, and then Apex in a 3 versus 3 walk pushes through a smoke. And if you remember back to my video where I talk about clutch situations, if you're a terrorist, you have the bomb planted and it's a 3 versus 3, or you have even numbers, what you want to do is you want to just protect that bomb site as if you're counter-terrorists holding for the terrorists to do an execute on your site. So what that means is one of the counter-terrorists needs to die to find out where you are, and then you just work off the trade kills. You kill an enemy, they get the trade on you. Your teammate gets the trade on that guy, the enemy gets the trade on you, and then you get the trade on the enemy, and you win. That's the way it could break down if you do like proper crossfires and everything, and the trades go relatively like normally. But if you overextend in a 3 versus 3, you throw away that advantage that you have, and then this is pretty big. I mean, your teammates are just in a shit position now, where now they have to peek out and try to get a kill, and it just fucks them up. See? Trade kills right there. Great trade kill from Kerrigan. So that round really should have gone in the favor of EnVy, and they played that well all the way until Happy and Apex made the crucial mistakes there. But beyond that, what you also have to keep in mind is economy, right? And I did an Economy 101 video. So when EnVy won this round here, they had 3 people alive. Cool. Great. What they want to do is make sure that they don't lose the next round. If they lose that next round, what it means is as they were collecting this round bonus, $1,400, $1,900, $2,400 for the loss, right here, bam, it resets. They get the win. They get the $3,300. Okay? They keep their weapons. The 3 guys kept their weapons, and all of them got $3,300, so all of them are doing a buy here. Right? Okay. What happens if they die is that they go back to the $1,400 if they lose this round, and then only the people that had the guns are able to buy up. So that's why we see 2 weapons here, Galil and AK, and then the rest of them have pistols, And that's the reason for this is because one of the guys dropped a gun, I'd imagine, last round. That's the only thing that makes sense. Or because they're prioritizing on grenades. So that really fucked EnVy over, not just because they lost the round, but because they were losing players unnecessarily. So when you win the first gun round, but you've lost pistol in the first 2 ecos, so you go down 3 rounds, win 1, you want to make sure that not only do you win this following round, but also you want to do it with enough players alive where you can build up enough economy that you can afford to take risks and you can afford to lose players and win rounds by like 1 versus 1 clutches or whatever, just having one person alive. Because if you have one person alive, you can still have enough economy to actually afford to buy. And right now they have 3 pistols, which really screws them over. So don't take unnecessary risks until your team has enough economy or rounds to afford it. And EnVy has neither rounds or economy to afford it right now. If they had played that round properly, okay, Astralis would have had to be going on to maybe even a double eco. Because if they had lost this round, so they force bought, Astralis bought on this round. Sorry, not on this round, on this round. And if they had lost it, they probably, because we saw Cajun with a fucking Mag 7, for example, they would have had to do an eco with $2,400, and then they would have had, you know, around $4,500. So they could have gotten a buy off, but they wouldn't have had a strong buy with like Molotovs and Alps and everything. So huge mistake from EnVy. Huge mistake going that aggressive. So push through the smoke from EnVy. They're really just reaching here, maybe trying to get a bomb plant. But the bomb is on MBK, who's still T-spawn, looking for a push. Which happened. He got the kill on the push. And these guys are in the bomb site, but there's nothing much that can happen here. MBK's just going to force this bomb plant, and Astralis is going to play the 4 versus 4 retake. EnVy is just about to use their last utility. Astralis is just regrouping all together before they actually make a play. So really good patience from Astralis. They're just sitting back, waiting for EnVy to peek and make a mistake. And EnVy has already shown twice, 2 different mistakes. MBK and Kenny S already peeked prematurely and died. And that's because they thought that Astralis was pushing in, maybe sending one person in. MBK threw a flash, peeked out. Astralis was waiting for him, got the kill. Kenny S, now a man down, knowing that 2 Astralis members are looking at MBK, tries to make a play. He gets taken out by a grenade. Done. So great retake here from Astralis. And EnVy's fucked. They get the $1,900 plus the $800 for the round loss plus the bomb plant. They add it to their current money. They have around 4K on Apex, and then everyone else around 3K, 3K5. See what they do with this money. Do they do a pistol? So here they could do like pistol armor, maybe a few smokes, or they could just do pistols, no armor. Okay, they got the armor, and they got the 3 smokes and a bunch of flashes, 4 smokes and a bunch of flashes. So they're gonna do an A hit here, and that makes sense. It makes sense for a few reasons. One, what they want to do is, okay, so if they lose this next round, they'll get the $2,400. They'll get they're trying to force a bomb plant and kill as many Astralis members as possible. Is the goal that they're doing on this round. And because they could afford smoke grenades, actually they might fake it and go B, which also is a pretty good strat. If it pulls a rotation from Astralis, which it looks like it's doing, if we see this, device pushed off of B to cat, and Zipix rotated out of B to window. Okay, it's a double fake. So they faked A with 2 smokes. I guess they did 1 spawn and 1 stairs, and then they still have 3 smokes here, and they're gonna re-exec A, maybe. But what these smokes do is it allows them to get up close, get into the bomb site, get the bomb plant, and kill anyone who's kind of isolated on this side of the smokes here. So anyone on the side of the smoke is going to die. So the re-exec's going to happen here in a few seconds. The reason why Astralis has stacked 4 people towards A is because Device has peeked into B halls and it's taken a really aggressive angle here. And part of that reason is because EnVy already showed that they were doing A smokes. Astralis rotated towards A. Wait, nothing's happened yet. What's going on? I don't know. Everything's quiet. We don't know what's happening. Are they doing a fake or a re-exec? Well, nothing came in here to push and pressure to pull Astralis guys to rotate over to B if it was a fake. So Device is like, you know what? I'm just going to take a peek and see what I see. He doesn't see anything, so 4 players towards A, and this is a death trap for EnVy right now. I don't even know who to watch in this situation. We'll watch from Happy's point of view. A lot of kills, though. 3 kills for EnVy. Not the worst situation. Ideally, they would want to get a bomb plant, but 3 kills is still pretty good damage. Pretty good. Okay, next round's up. Hard commit on the hulls with such a bad ramp smoke. Zipix is jump spotting towards B. Vice is watching towards mid. EnVy's just kind of defaulting. KennyS is spotting for a mid push. A couple of people in B halls watching for a B push. I think Apex is cleared underground. Yep. So EnVy's not really doing much, just I guess kind of just waiting out smokes, which is working because now there's only 2 smokes left on Astralis. So there's no counter smokes. Looks like NBK is going to come back to mid. They're going to run their default, take 2 people up top mid, 2 people up underground, take control of mid, and Happy's just going to sit here and wait. So we saw this happen in this round here. So the second gun round. And what had happened was EnVy actually had a 4 versus 3 advantage. And then they regrouped 3 people towards B and 1 person hulls. So this is the same strategy that they're running here. Kerrigan again in the ladder room. So let's see what happens on this round. Two people, okay. So the first time we saw EnVy do this, they only sent 1 person into ladder room to clear it out, and Kerrigan got the kill and stayed alive. This round, they sent 2 people in to kill him, but Zipix is here because they stacked. As soon as they lost mid control because of the smokes and everything, they actually rotated Device over towards B, which allowed Zipix to come over to Cat to support Kerrigan. Now Zipix is about to get some good trade frags here, or at least one. He's just going to try to back off here. 1 for 1, it's better than going 0 for 1. So he's just going to take that win, get that kill, get out. He's not going to overextend and go for that second kill. He's just going to get out of there, which is it's a safe play. He might have been able to pull it off, but he just played the safe route. Cajun B with 1 frag. Dupree's in a good position here to probably get 2 kills. He's not able to get 1. That sucks. So EnVy's in a really good position here to win the round. Device rotating over to CT spawn. 3 on 3, but Device has only 1 HP. And the Astralis guys are kind of like split up and don't really have an opening into it. Because NBK is holding connector, ramp, and ramp. It's just going to be too hard for Astralis to win. They're just going to say fuck it and get out of there. So they're going to get the $1,400 for losing this round, which puts Zipix on $2,800 and this guy on 4K. So Device can drop 1 gun to someone, and then maybe they get like a mag 7 and a pistol and then force behind it, which could be a smart play. So again, what they could do is break EnVy's money bonus by resetting it if they do a force buy and they win the round. But there's no real sense in doing like an eco behind these 2 guns right now. They have enough money to buy and get the mag 7 and get the pistol and things like that, which is what it looks like they're doing. 5 guns. They got a FAMAS. All of them have armor too. So it's pretty big. So mid control here from Astralis is going to basically signal that it's either 5 towards A or 5 towards B. I know I drew their arrows when I said 5 towards A. I drew it to B. Go fuck yourself. So they're waiting for a flash or something. Device is just posted. As soon as device shoots or a flash goes off, these guys are going to spin around, but they're also watching for underground. But I think they need to get some form of information. Otherwise, Dupree is all on his own and it's going to suck. As soon as the smokes came overhead, Device left the window and came straight to jungle. He was able to get a pick off here, and we saw Dupree got a kill under the balk. Actually, EnVy thought that it was an eco coming out from Astralis. They thought maybe they have half armor and pistols, but they probably don't have big guns. Maybe the 2 guns they say that's it. So MBK actually went with a Mac 10 to try to like maximize economy. But now Astralis is in a great position to win this round. Device just doing huge work with his op. This is like a great position for him to be in, and Astralis didn't even do anything crazy this round to like deserve this. They just did 3 people towards mid to stop any sort of mid control from EnVy. EnVy did an A execute, and Device just hit crazy shots from jungle. That's it. And Dupree got 1 kill under balcony. That's all that happened that round. There's nothing to really look into. But what we can point out is EnVy's economy right now and how they have 3 pistols, a Mac 10, and an AK at this situation at this point in time, and that's just because of just getting their money reset. And it all comes back down to this round. Think about it. If this round, if they win this round, the 4 versus 3, which they fucked up by Happy going prematurely, and Apex walk pushing through smoke in the 3 versus 3 post plant. If they win this round instead of them having to do pistol armor or whatever they did where they lost the following round, they would have a gun round versus an eco, and then they would be maximizing economy. They'd have at least, so that 1, 2, 3 rounds by now instead of just the 2, and then maybe they, if they had won this round just like they won the normal rounds, they could have like 5 rounds at this point, but they only have 2 right now, and their economy is like really shoddy just because of that small mistake that adds up. Full A smokes. Okay, so the smokes that they threw here, let's try to get a good angle. What happens if I do this? Okay, so we can see the smokes, how they landed. They landed to form a wall across tri-box, middle of the site. I think that balcony smoke, I don't know if they threw it or if Astralis threw it, but it allows them to jump out the halls and push through into CT spawn here, because it's like, it's a wall smoke. They're just isolating everyone on, I guess, jungle or connector side of the bomb site, can't do anything, and then they push into CT spawn, kill the maybe 2 people, 1, maybe 2 people that are there, get bomb site control, plant the bomb, get the gun, and control CT spawn as well. So it's a really good strategy from EnVy, and it takes Astralis off guard, especially if Astralis is doing a setup where they have 1 spawn, 1 connector, 1 mid, 1 cat, and 1 upper B, which is a default setup. Cajun B actually got 2 kills, so he single-handedly stopped the strat, so that's a pretty big round from Cajun B, actually. Without those 2 kills, oh shit, never mind. I was gonna say, without those 2 kills, EnVy loses the round. Or sorry, without those 2 kills, Astralis loses those. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. It's a huge spam kill. It's a really big round win from EnVy. Really good wall smokes. I want to watch that round actually one more time. And the reason why I want to watch that round again is I want to see what happened, how the Astralis members died. Because we know what the goal was from EnVy. It was to get out from apartments onto the bomb site and push spawn. That was the goal. But they lost 2 other players pushing spawn from Cajun B by himself. So how did the rest of the Astralis guys die? Was it because they saw the smokes up and then pushed towards the site to help their teammates in spawn and do a quick retake, and then EnVy punished them? Or what caused it? So that's why I want to rewatch that round. So here's the round, start of it. So let's watch from Dupree's point of view. Okay, so here comes the push to the site. Can I do this? Okay, so Cajun got the 2 kills. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, that's pretty big. So Kenny S threw a flashbang for Apex to jump across towards the connector area, and then he just sat there. Then one CT came through, Apex killed him, did a bunch of damage to the second guy, Device got the trade kill, and then Kenny S got 2 kills. So that's pretty fucking huge. And it really catches Astralis off guard. They don't think anyone's going to be pushing a jungle with those smokes up. Why would they? So it really catches them off guard there. I see. That's good. Astralis kind of down the shitter for cash, but they're going to buy anyways. They have enough cash to afford like an okay-ish buy. It's not actually an okay-ish buy. It's still pretty crap, but they have a couple of rifles, which makes it okay-ish. And they're going to do a hard fucking A push. They're going to push 2 ramp and 2 holes, and then Zipix is going to solo B. So what's important to note is that when Zipix comes to solo B, he actually needs to have smoke, flash, and nade. He needs utility. He's going to spot, uses smoke, uses flash, uses nade, and try to get as many kills as possible while his teammates are doing this push onto A holes and stuff. Bomb down. But more so the information. They know one more is in Palace. They have the bomb. Astralis knows that, okay, Cajun's getting out of there. Just taking the 4-on-4, saying fuck it, they can have it. No one's still Palace. They don't know what's going on with the other people. Now they do. Oh, that sucks. He didn't know that there were 2 people there. He only thought there was 1, so he went to nade that 1 person and got taken out. This sucks for Astralis. They should honestly just be saving here. Maybe Dupree goes for another gun, but Cajun B definitely needs to just save here. Like, 1 versus 4. I don't think it's worth it, not when your money's this shit. I think you just need to just pucker up and just get out of there. Just need to get out of there. It's not really worth it, because look at how shit their money is. They can't really afford to do anything. Hall's peak from Dupree. Solo. So that's pretty... So if we look at what Astralis is doing here, they have 4 people with pistols, no armor, just doing a full eco, and Dupree saved this AK and armor from last round. So what Astralis decided to do with it is Dupree is going to go aggressive with the AK and try to make it pick off and get info, while the rest of his team stacks the other bomb site. That's one way to go about this round, but it's all comes down to philosophy and knowing your opponent as well. So the other philosophy would be, you have this AK, you want to surround people, so you want people to surround you in a bomb site so that you can get kills by doing like a crossfire or something. So if Dupree played B with them, for example, with the B stack, and then EnVy started coming B and started killing Dupree's teammates, Dupree could get like a multi-frag with that AK at that bomb site, first of all, and secondly, it protects the AK so that Dupree is able to save it. If EnVy wins this round, Dupree is still able to save the AK into the next round because he has his teammates basically guarding or protecting him, and then can pick up the AK in case he dies. So it depends on the philosophy you want to have. Have the AK, have the guy with the gun solo and stack everyone else towards the other site, or protect the AK. And Astralis just decided to let the AK guy solo. Right at this point in time, 1 versus 3. Is it worth it to go for it? I don't think so. I don't think so. there's no real benefit. I mean, maybe you can pull a 1 versus 3 out of your ass, but your team, you really can't afford you dying, and the risk reward isn't really there. Opening pick from Device. He's made that a few times already this half. Just getting that op opening pick. I wonder... Actually, that was an op, yeah? No, that wasn't even an op. Can you... Wait, what? Oh, never mind. Kanius is still alive. So they went two riflers up here to go for a B pick, but Device just killed him and just got the hell out of there. So 5 versus 4, Astralis is resetting. They're going to play 2 people holding B, 3 people holding A. It's going to be a pretty strong setup. EnVy's regrouping towards A. MBK is going to smoke mid before they do this. Last time they were man down. Sorry, not a man down. Last time they had 4 people and they smoked mid like this, late round. They had 3 people going upper B and 1 person lurking A halls. So now they have 3 people going A and 1 person lurking mid. He's going to try to come to connector and do like a split with his team. But at this point in time, he should just sit here and just wait. Let his teammates try to get kills. And then when his teammates get kills, he can kind of make the next contact or kill rotators. So he got one of the rotate kills. Good reaction from EnVy. 4 versus 5, and they were able to take that round. And it wasn't even like a super sick strat. It was just the coordination when they went out A. They let MBK get in a good position here. Then they came out of apartments and up the ramp at the same time. And then instead of just like rushing out to the bomb site, what they did was they just sat back here and let Astralis peek into them. And then when Astralis started peeking into them, they just won the gunfights, which is what they needed to do. As soon as kills started happening, as soon as Astralis started losing members, what Astralis needed to do was rotate towards A. And then that let MBK get in here and get a kill, got the next kill. And then that makes it easier for the rest of his team to get out Palace and ramp, because now the rotators are being killed from the side. And now Astralis is focused on connector and a ramp at the same time. This is a pretty powerful play in a 4 versus 5. With no smokes. Like they did that without smokes. That was all just like straight up cross trade frags and covering their teammates. So Cajun pushing a ramp, getting all the info again. Device behind him. So Zipix is already stacking in towards B, but I mean it's not really a stack. They're just playing 2 people here. EnVy might even just take the bomb up connector and go A. Happy's in great position, holding for the A flank. They know, hey, look, Astralis is pushed through A. They're probably, the last 2 guys are probably B. So they're going to come here and they're going to go slow, I'd imagine. And they're just going to clear every angle, expecting this guy to be in this bomb site. So EnVy converges on the site and gets in there. Last round, 2 ops from Astralis. 1 on Device, 1 on Kerrigan. Kerrigan's coming towards B, Device is towards mid. EnVy doing seemingly a B rush. They're just doing 10 flashes over B wall and trying to get Kerrigan really super blind so that all of them can get out. Zipix will need to get like 2 kills. He gets 0 and dies and loses a bomb site control. Huge round from EnVy. I think that was actually, I think EnVy planned that. I think EnVy knew that there was going to be an opera at upper B, because 2 times already did Device come here and picked into upper B and killed EnVy as they were trying to like double rifle peek. So what they anticipated was, hey, look, they're going to have an opera in this situation, or in this position. Let's just throw flashes over. He's going to be super blind. His teammate's probably going to be around the catwalk area. Not really going to be able to do much. Just get the fuck out, get in their faces, kill this guy in cat, take the site. That was EnVy's idea, I'd imagine. So a pretty smart decision and counter to what Astralis was showing earlier in the half. And that's going to secure the last round for them. Like, there's no way they lose this round. So, going to the second half. Pass around from Astralis. 3 towards mid, 2 towards upper B. No smokes, just armor. EnVy setup. Relatively standard. Did they boost? Okay, so they boosted Happy onto the site, onto here. And they're playing a bait setup. So what that means is MBK is going to be jump spotting. Astralis is going to think that MBK is the only guy here. Happy's hiding in the corner. They run past Happy, and then Happy shoots them all in the back. MBK baits them into Happy. Kenny S spotting mid, not really contesting it. Keo and Apex spotting A, again, not contesting it. Just spotting for info, getting some long-range pickoffs. Let's see how this plays out. So here comes the pressure upper B. Okay, so this upper B pressure. I think what Astralis' idea is, from the looks of it, pressure upper B. It'll bait window guy over to B, which gives a window of opportunity to get up cat with the rest of them. And it worked. It worked. How? Look at them. What are they doing? That's what I call outplayed, being outplayed right there. Played them like a fiddle. Astralis is setting up. Pretty default, one holding B push, one holding A push. 3 people towards mid. Long range with rifles. Cajun B has a shit gun. Zipix is getting pushed in at upper B. He's just backing off. He's not going for kills. He's playing for info. But he does eventually go down. EnVy hyper aggressive at B right now. Got that kill and said, you know what? We're happy with this kill. We bought pistol armor. If we just reset, we might actually win this round if we play the crossfires properly. What the fuck are these two guys doing again? Just don't get it. Towards upper B, Astralis goes. They're just gonna try to walk in and open up the bomb site. MBK's jump spotting. He's okay. The way he's jump spotting is, and with his knife out, he's just looking for information so that he can reposition himself and have a really good opening on Astralis peeking in here. He spots them. He spotted 2 people. He's just going to reposition himself and play really mobile areas around this pillar because he's got a pistol. He can just strafe around these corners so quick and kind of just like pop in the face of Astralis. And if Astralis members aren't really paying attention to where he is, MBK is able to get like a multi-frag in this position here. But I think the reason why he overcommitted in this situation to that kill was because Apex was right next to him, and instead of both of them being side by side, just like bumping into each other, I think MBK's like, you know what, fuck it, I'll peek, I'll fight until my death. If I die, they won't expect you to be there, and then you can get the kills. Instead of both of them just trying to like bump into each other, and then they both get killed. So MBK died so that Apex could make a play. And Apex died from cat because he's just standing out in the middle of the open and his teammates aren't watching anything at all. So Astralis is going to probably win this round at this point in time. There's no way that they lose. Looks like EnVy's actually just gonna save. Okay. They lost Kenny S, who had a pistol but no armor, because he's saving for not the biggest loss. Stack towards A from EnVy. Same sort of anti-eco from Astralis. 3 mid, 1 holding B push. Cleared underground, 1 holding A push. Cleared apartments. Gonna watch ramp as well at the same time. A stack from EnVy. Astralis is regrouping towards A. No armor from most of the EnVy guys. And it looks like Astralis is just walking up. Okay, so Cajun B here by himself. Gets the kill. Okay. There's no real reason for him to just like run out of the apartments. He could just sit here and hold jungle and everything. But looks like he's just like frag hungry, so he's just gonna go and clear everything. Well, I mean, it's not bad that he was clearing everything, but he doesn't need to drop out of apartments, which he's not doing, which is good. This round's over, so let's fast forward. Let's get to the next fucking round. Okay. 2 people are gonna do fake on A. It's gonna be smokes at land, stairs, and understairs like this. And what's the rest of the team gonna do behind that? They have 1 person going to underground, 2 people in mid. This might be a mid connector split. Maybe these 2 smokes that land here, it's gonna pull this guy over towards A, and that's gonna leave an opening for these guys to get like this. Is what it looks like at this moment. At this point in time, that's what it looks like they're doing. So the smokes are being thrown over. Ooh. I meant to follow that. Ooh. Let's watch that. Okay, so they threw the smokes, they threw the Molotov, they threw the flashes. And guess what? Kenny S, instead of watching middle, he's watching A. And there's nobody on cat. And it's going to allow these guys to just get into connector to A. Oh, they went to ladder room. Dude, EnVy is just biting so hard and just over-rotating on everything. Like, Astralis is just playing them so fucking hard. I'm sorry, Corey. They haven't cleared close A ramp. They faked the fallback. They faked to the re-exec. Oh, the gun barrel. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I use the unsilenced M4. Well, not the only reason, part of the reason. The other part of the reason, extra bullets in the magazine, extra total bullets. Gun barrel just sticks out like a sore thumb, man. Why did Dupree just smoke halls when his teammate's in halls? So, okay, the start of the round, Astralis played that really fucking well. They did the A smokes, it pulled the rotator to look jungle, they snuck 3 people at mid. But instead of going through connector and hitting A right away, they tried to sneak 2 people into ladder room to try to get into window control, and 1 person just sitting around in the connector area. They didn't really do anything off of it. And I think like they perfectly pulled the rotations from EnVy. Like EnVy was looking here, they weren't looking at middle at all. So Astralis had a really good opening to get into the bomb site and make shit happen, but instead they just fell apart. I'm wondering why. Why did they choose to go into ladder room? Was it that they wanted to have like ladder control with maybe like 2 people going in through the window and then doing like a flank before they go anywhere, or what was it? Like I'm trying to figure out if they planned to go into the ladder room or what the end goal was there, because I think the end goal was still to go A, but I just don't know the means to that end. I think we'd have to see them run the strat one more time, or actually speak to Kerrigan and figure out what they were actually planning on doing there. Because that would have worked perfectly if they actually just walked into connector and went A, with 1 person just holding mid. Like if 1 person just sits here and just holds for cat, and then they send 2 people in like that would have been fucking perfect in that situation. But that didn't happen. So EnVy got a kill. They're resetting. They're giving up middle. They're playing 2B. Kyo spawning mid, kinda. They're playing 3 towards A, though. EnVy is... There's going to be 3 through connector from Astralis, and KJB is going to be lurking A ramp. They have the op on device. He's going to be looking for a kill on A toll booth area. So they're just walking in, seeing if they can get a pick off here, and just grind out the trade frags, knowing that, okay, EnVy's got a kill on us. They're probably resetting right now. They're not really contesting mid. They're probably playing 2B, 3 people towards A. That's a standard thing for CT teams to do when they have a pick off and they're resetting into a passive setup, and we haven't seen them at mid. So Astralis is saying, well, they have 3 people at A, 4 of us versus 3 of their A guys. If we grind out the kills right, we could get it maybe 1 versus 1, 1 versus 2 with the post plant. That's good enough for me. So it looks like that's what they were doing, just grinding in these frags. They still have to clear out the bomb site, which they haven't done yet. But that's exactly perfect, like pitch perfect right here. Device online is as good as Stewie 2K online. So that was a huge round from Astralis. Not only did they win that round, which they're at a disadvantage, but again, it comes back to the first half. This is the exact same thing that happened. They won the first round, the pistol round. They won the next 2 ecos, where EnVy did a force buy in the second round. They lost the first gun round, and they won the second gun round, where it puts EnVy onto another eco. But because EnVy's on CT side now, their buys are more expensive. M4 costs more than the AK. FOMS costs more than the GLO. They need to buy a kit, or at least a couple kits, which is $400 right there. Incendiaries cost 600, so they can't get them. Molotovs are only 400 on the T side. So very expensive rounds coming in from the CTs. EnVy needs to, their money screwed. They got the $1,400 there. When they lose this round, they get $2,400. 44, 46, fucking $3,900. This guy's got fucking nothing, dude. They get $3,800. So even next round, EnVy's money is going to be really bad. Like, they can't afford not. They can get half armor, FOMS, and nades on some of them, but like their money is really bad. So Astralis losing this round here and then winning the next one actually wins them this plus like another round as well. Like, it's just 3 rounds for losing 1. That's how momentum shifts. That's why it's so important to build up an economy before you start taking risks, just because it allows you to lose rounds without it punishing you. I don't know why. Okay, Apex, $2,700, right? He bought armor. He's the only one on his team with the armor. Okay, buying that armor puts him at the lowest amount of money on his team. If he had not bought that armor, he would have like $3,300 or whatever, like $3,400. Okay, not much in the grand scheme of things, but it allows you to buy incendiaries, buy kits, buy armor, drop weapons. So in the short term, maybe it doesn't affect you as much, but in the long term, it definitely does. When the rest of your team, not a single person on your team has armor, it's not worth it for you to think that you're going to be the fucking big dick on the team. You're going to make the difference. Because odds are you're not going to make the difference. You alone with armor and a pistol, most likely, odds are, statistically speaking, you're not going to make a difference. So there's no point in buying that armor. All it does is it cripples you in the long run. And he's fucking dead instantly. Well, there goes the armor. This is a good flash. There's a good flash to get everyone in mid. So like explode up here. Everyone in mid will get blind, and then there's people in window, cat, and connector that'll all just converge on middle at the same time and kill anyone that's here. But lo and behold, there's no one there. Astralis went to A. Okay, so this round's pretty much over. I'm just gonna fast forward through it. Money's still pretty ass cheek from these guys. Did I calculate my math? I think I did the math wrong. But whatever. Needless to say, here's the buy from EnVy. They do have the op. They also have an op at upper B. So the way EnVy's setting up, upper B is going to control B. He has teammates here just in case there's a rush. These A, okay, they're giving up mid completely, which is fine. It's calculated. They know that they're giving up mid. That's completely fine. Just don't know how they're set up at A. Like, the spot makes sense. Like, okay, you want to spot mid and see if the enemy's going up cat. But if they come at hulls, if Astralis comes at hulls right now, Kyo's not in a great position to kind of deal with that and mid at the same time, or just hulls in general. This is a better angle. It's an off angle. It's pretty much like a kind of like a one and done spot, but or a none and done. Astralis just walked out of hulls and ramp and got all the kills I needed on A, because EnVy's not in good positions. And the rotates are so far as well. They played one here and two here. The rotates are like so far away that they can't actually do anything. So Astralis is going to pick up this round easy. EnVy's force buying. They don't want to push a draw, so they're going to force buy here. It looks like it's towards B. Just that one smoke, Dupree's just going to run up. Like, he's so confident, and Astralis is so confident that there's going to be nobody from EnVy on mid, that Dupree's just run straight up here. Saw one jump spotting. I think they know it's an A stack at this point. EnVy just did just 4 people A. If Astralis comes A, we win the round. If they don't come A, we're probably not going to win the round if we just split up doing a default. That's what EnVy was thinking. So they took a gamble. They went A. The gamble didn't pay off in this situation. Astralis went to the other bomb site. EnVy's going to save as many weapons as possible because they're fully invested in this round. They need to save everything so that they can afford to drop weapons to the people that are dead next round. Maybe pick up a gun. So they have 2 people with pistols here. So Happy's trying to just upgrade to an AK. Makes sense. Okay. So 15 to 9. EnVy's going to try to like pull a comeback. At this point in time, every mistake is just so crucial from EnVy. Like, they cannot afford any mistakes. Once they're on match point, they need as many people alive as possible in every round so they can drop weapons and always keep a full buy and nades and everything like that. Astralis playing it safe and smart as well. 3 smokes over towards A. They're not going to do anything off of it. Dupree is going to show himself at B. Maybe. Okay, so what's that doing? So let's look at what that's doing, because right now Kenny S was just here and it looks like he's rotating off towards B. So the smokes came like this from Astralis, and then after those smokes, Dupree got shown. MBK jump spotted Dupree at upper B. That's going to pull Happy and MBK towards B, thinking, hey, you know what? It's not an A hit, it's a B hit. Let's rotate. So Kenny S is rotated that way already. Apex is like, fuck, I'm going to push A ramp. He dies. Now Astralis has the man advantage over at A. Dupree's getting this kill at B. Like, they're just picking the EnVy apart. Like, it's crazy. Played them like a fiddle. Oh, no, it's A. So EnVy thought it was just a fake to B, just because MBK jump spotted to pre, and then they bit and they over-rotated. And that's a pattern that I see with EnVy right now. Like, just this game alone, Astralis is just doing really super simple fakes. Like, nothing really super extraordinary. Just like a couple of smokes and flashes, and EnVy rotators just bite so hard and just get out of there. But the thing with the rotations from EnVy is, let's say one of these guys from middle rotates to B. One of the A guys doesn't go to mid and fill this void, which means that mid's completely wide open for Astralis to go up CAG, go into ladder room, go into connector. Like, they have all that control just from a simple fake, because the rotations from EnVy, one, are too like premature. They're just like biting so hard on the first sign of contact or pressure, and two, they're not rotating properly. They're not filling all the gaps. They're not making sure that everything's being covered and that they retain not map control but information. So Kenny S in 1 versus 3 is probably just gonna die and the game's gonna be over. Oh, that's a nice flag. Well then, that's that. Like, fucking hell. Well played to Astralis. If I put any closing thoughts down, I think that game was good discipline and patience from Astralis, which you expect from them at this point. But more than that, it was misplays from EnVy. So misplays on EnVy from the rotate, primarily EnVy CT side. Like, they got a lot of rounds on T side. They got 7 or 8 rounds on T side. It was their CT side where they screwed up. They lost the pistol, they won the first gun round, and then they lost the second gun round. That happened both halves. And that resets their economy and their momentum, and that really cripples them. Had EnVy in that second gun round on the first half, when they had that 4 versus 3 advantage, when they lost it because Happy went prematurely out of A apartments before his teammates were ready to go B, and then when Apex in 3 versus 3, when the bomb was planted, pushed through the smoke like Stewie 2K, those two mistakes cost them not only that round, but put them onto eco rounds, which allowed Astralis to pick up a lot of rounds. And without making that mistake right there, EnVy probably could have closed the half with 10 rounds or something. And then the same thing happened on the CT side, on their CT side. They won the first gun round, they lost the round right after that, and then just by baiting on fakes, really super simple fakes, they lost map control and they lost control of the game. So EnVy needs to learn how to rotate better and not bite as hard to fakes if they want to strengthen up their CT sides. On Mirage, in that, just from what I saw from that. Maybe that's not how they play all the time, but from that game, that's what I saw. Anyways, those are my closing thoughts.